This is yet another coding day in this company. Let's see, I've been here for 39 years. I think I know what I'm doing, although I do look as if I was 80 years old. Alphabetizer, level 36. It's part of this optional branch of challenges. Let's give it a go. Yes, this is an optional hallway for advanced employees only. That's me. We've got an incoming message. We will receive 2 words. One is a decoy, false lead, red herring, and the other is a part of an important message. The inbox contains exactly 2 words. We need to determine which word comes first if you were to order them alphabetically and send out only that word to the outbox. Let's for now assume that the words are of equal length. And what I'm thinking is write down one of the words, then write down the second word, and then go letter by letter and compare the 2 words. Alright, so what we're gonna do is copy from, no, that's not what we're doing. I haven't played this game in a while. Inbox, that's what I wanted. So we take a letter from the inbox and put it on the ground on index 0, on this index. Then I would say we need to bump up the index so that the next letter can go there at index 1. So we're gonna repeat this forever. Where is it? Here. Repeat this forever. So then take the N, put it to 1, bump the index to 2, I to 2, and so on. At some point, we're gonna take a 0 from the inbox. So if we inbox a 0, we break this loop. Then there's the second word. So I hope it's also 0 terminated. And we're gonna do the same thing. So inbox, copy to this index. So let's hope 10 letters at most. And the second word we're gonna write here. And then again, bump up this index. Also repeat this once more until we reach a 0. So this means one word is here, second word is here. Let's just see if it works. So this index play is quite fun. Basically, this cube points to a cell in this grid. And yet the other word is also 0 terminated string. So we just put it on the ground like that. Then we take the 0. And since it's a 0, we terminate. Good. So now that we've got this going, I think we should probably have a 0 and a 10 here as 2 additional pointers. And then we will have to take these 2 U's, subtract them from each other. If that's a 0, they're the same letter, we move on. If it's not a 0, then we take a look at whatever is the smallest, whatever, right? The letter that comes first. So here we would output unity. Okay, I can't talk properly. I've got too many thoughts on my mind. Let's do this. So at the start, let's copy this 0 to here and copy this 10 to here. So once we get here, we're gonna have the indexes messed up, right? So I input some comments. We're gonna have this 0 and a 10, and that's what we're using right here. And then we have this 0 and 10 backup. So once we're done, I would say we need to reinitialize these. So copy from 0 backup to 0 and copy from 10 backup to 10. So now 0 and 10 once more. So these are pointing at the start of these 2 words. Then we're gonna take the first word, the first letter, so whatever is at this index, and we're gonna subtract from whatever is at the start of the next word. Now, I would say if negative, then I don't even know which one we are subtracting. So the first minus the second, I think. And if the number is negative, that means that this letter is lower, I think. So if we have a negative number, we output the, I'm actually gonna write it out, the first word. I'm really productive today, wow. And just clean code and shit. If it's not negative, then I guess we kind of repeat. We're gonna have to bump up these 2 indexes and do this again here. Yes, copy from whatever is at this index, so that's the first one minus this one. Yeah, good. But also, it could be negative, but it could be non-zero. So we're gonna have to figure that out as well. That means the second word is the output. But let's just see how this works first. So output the first word, right? That means I'm gonna need the index of 0 again. So copy the 0 back up to 0, and then we need to output it. But we don't know how many letters there are in the word. Oh crap, that's a problem. That's honestly so annoying. Should I just put the 0 on the ground somewhere as well? I think that would help, right? So actually, let's still copy the 0 to the ground. And now, copy from what's at the index, we're currently handling, outbox it, and bump up the index. However, if you're copying a number 0, that means you're done and you should jump back to the start. And I think I've made like 7 mistakes in this code. Anyway, let's just see what it does. So this should be fine. We write unit, and the second word has different length. Oh crap. Hopefully it won't matter. So now we reinitialize these values. Take the 2 U's. That's a 0. So we bump up the indexes. 2 N's. That's a 0. Now we've got I and D. That's a positive number, which means that the second word needs to come first. Here we say if negative, output the first word, but what if it's positive? We can only do jump if 0 or jump if negative. So I would say jump if 0, words are the same, just increase the indexes. But if it's not negative, not a 0, we have to do this and output the second word. Second word. Not as pretty. I'm basically gonna copy this code for now, and I noticed I had an error there. That's fine. Then jump if 0, outbox, bump up this, and jump if 0 is back to the start, which by the way won't work, but we'll get to that in a second. So speed this up. Let's see what happens. Untie and unity. So the TI is the issue. T minus I is 11. Is it negative? No, it's not. Is it 0? No, it's not. So that means it's positive and unity has to come first. So let's output the second word. Take the 10, reinitialize, output the U, bump up the index, and keep going. Oops. Oh no, I forgot to loop it. But also we have to terminate once we hit the 0. Oh, we're actually doing that already. Okay, but I have to loop this. And here I have to loop this, right? I will show you the problem I created in just a second once this code runs for a bit. Wait, both of the words are the same. I didn't know this was allowed. What? Well, if you copy from one of the words and you copy a 0, that means you just output the first word. So I would say go there. And if one of them is shorter, that's the same thing. So we've got un and under. So in this case, I think we should output un. They are still the same, but now we pick up a 0, which is telling us that we need to output the first word. So you output that, N output that, and that's it. I said that's it. Well, what are you doing? Okay. You didn't like a different input. Oh, I see. So you're saying it doesn't work on different input. Yes, I'm expecting that fully. So uncle and un. This time we should do the second word. Oh crap. So we tried doing the C minus 0. That's a crappy situation. I hate this code so much. It's so freaking ugly. And I fully realized that I've made a mess out of these indexes. I also decided to put this output index there because these two pieces of code are identical and I really hated that. So if we're trying to output the first word, what we need to simply say is copy from 0 back up to output index, and then we copy from output index and bump up the output index. That's the whole logic, right? And if we are trying to output the second word, we're just gonna jump to here, since this code is the same, but first we need to copy from 10 back up, not 0. So starting at 10, that's the second word, output. So let me discard all of this code there, at least a little cleanup, but it's still shit, okay? The code is still bad. don't get me wrong. Now we have these two words. We want to copy this D and subtract from this 0. That's a problem. We can't do that. So what we're saying, if you copy this letter, if it's a 0 and the word is already terminated, output this one. We also need to check what if this is a 0. In that case, we need to output this one. So here we copy from 0. If it's a 0, we jump. We also need to copy from the other word. So first, copy from what's at the index of the other word. If it's a 0, you jump away. Otherwise, copy from index 0, again jump, and then you can do the subtraction. So where are we jumping? We're outboxing the second word, right? So jump to here, because here we're trying to outbox the first word. Yes, I think that fixed it. Let's try. Untie and un. First two words identical. Oh, I missed it. But yeah, we'll outboxing un. Now we've got a 0, which means we're done. And we're doing some dumb copies here. And that's it. So once we inbox... Wait, did it work? What? I completed the size challenge? What the hell? I thought it was still broken. Also, 8 steps over. That's not too bad. I think the problem is one of these initializations that I do. And since I only do this once, like only 2 words, this backup I can just reuse. I don't have to copy it. Or do I? So first we input the words and we mess up these 2 indexes. That's here. We've input both the 2 words. Also, I'm just realizing that I could merge these 2 together as well. Screw it. Then we reinitialize these 2 indexes and we start reading the words. So again, mess up the indexes. And then once it's done, we need to have these 2 pointers that are still pointing at the start of the words. So I guess that's still correct. Was it 8 over? Yeah, 8 steps over. I don't think it's that bad. Also, at the end, look at this jump right there. When we finish and we outbox the last letter, we can just terminate. We don't have to jump to the beginning, because we're not gonna repeat this. So if 0, just jump to the end. Obviously, I'm too invested in trying to repeat this code, do it again, So quickly jump to the end. That saved 4 commands, right? Surely. 4 steps, I mean. Yeah, 113, so we saved 4 steps, and now we just need to shave off 4 more, and it really seems like it has something to do with this. But I still think we need them. At the start, right here, we messed them up, right? So these 2 indexes are now stupid. We have to reinitialize, because then we're messing them up once more. Yeah, so now they're messed up. And then we need this backup, so either the 0 or the 10, so that we're able to output them as well. Come on, just 4. Honestly, I think that's it. I'm just unable to think properly about this right now and can't figure out where I could shave off these 4. Well, it's not even commands, it's 4 steps. So it's like a minor optimization somewhere. I just can't see it. It's really annoying, to be honest. Basically means 4 commands in total get executed extra. I have to admit, I'm a little annoyed. Even though this is technically success, we've got 1 green light at least, so one of the optional challenges are done, and the other is so freaking close. But next time, I can continue with the digit exploder. Wish me luck.